Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Praveen Sharma. I have nearly 12 years of experience, also nearly 7 to 8 years of experience into teaching. So today we'll see how to create a pipeline in Azure Data Factory, and today we are going to solve a specific problem where we will read the data from SQL Server and multiple tables at one go with the help of parameters. So let's create a pipeline. Give a name of this pipeline as PL SQL Server, and we'll use a lookup activity. So lookup from SQL, let's give a name here as lookup SQL, and in setting we have to connect this with the SQL Server. Okay, so this is my SQL Server, so we'll be connecting our ADF with on-premises SQL Server. So SQL Server, I'll be selecting SQL Server, as well as I'll give a dataset name as SQL on-prem. Similar to that, we have to create a link service. And we have to use self-hosted integration runtime. Instead of auto-resolved integration runtime, we'll be using self-hosted integration runtime. And server name, database name, and all the information, as you see when you open your SQL Server, you'll get all the information there. So you can copy this SQL Server detail, paste it here. Then database is master in my case. Username is this and password is this one. Then this is the optional. As you see here, we have an optional as well as trust server certification. Okay, so I'm using the same settings here, and then you can test your connection. It will take some time. Okay, so it's connected. Okay, so it's connected now. So what I'll do, I'll enter, we have a table name here, so I'm not selecting the table name, because whatever table that we are going to get, we are writing a query to get all the table in from SQL Server. Okay, so let's see what we are going to do. Okay, so what I have to do, instead of this lookup, what it will do, it will read the table name from my SQL Server. So I'm writing one query here. Okay, and I can also write the same query. You can see same query writing in SQL Server. What is the results you are getting? So if you write the same SQL statement here, SQL query, you will get these 4 tables at your SQL Server. So this lookup activity is going to hit the SQL Server, and it's going to give you all the 4 tables in form of JSON. Okay, so this is the first step that we are doing, and let's see what results we are getting in first step. So we are going step by step, and then we'll see what results we are getting by step in first step. By the time it's running, let's understand this in a better way, what we are trying to do. So this is my SQL Server. So from SQL Server, this is my on-prem, this is my cloud, Azure cloud. Here we have an ADF, and inside this ADF we have a lookup. So what this lookup is trying to do, this lookup with the help of self-hosted integration runtime. This is self-hosted integration runtime, if you understand. Okay, With the help of this, we are trying to fetch all the table names under specific schema. So it is going to give you, this is your ADF. Okay, inside ADF you have a copy activity. Oh, it's a lookup activity. Okay, so let's see what results we got. So if you see, we got the result as first row, table name, as well as table schema. So what changes we have to make? We are only getting one table as a result, but here if you see, we got 4 tables as a result. Why? Because if you click here in settings, you will see first row only we have selected. By default it will be selected. Okay, so if you unselect it, now you will get 4 table as results. So you will get reply result as 4 tables. So table 1, table 2, table 3, and table 4. Yep, it got succeed. Now we are getting table 1, table 2, table 3, and table 4. So so if you see carefully, we are getting result as what result we are getting result value, and inside this value we are getting table schema as well as table name. So whenever you wanted to refer this one, so first we have to refer table value and then we have to refer table name. Okay, so I'll keep it somewhere in notepad. I have written it somewhere in notepad. Okay, so next step is we have to loop all 4 table one by one so that we can copy all the table. So what we have to do? So the thing is, we are getting 4 tables. To loop all 4 tables, first we have to use a for each activity. So for each activity, okay, this for each activity will take this first table, then second table, then third table, and fourth table. And inside for each table, we have to use a copy activity with the help of parameters. Okay, so this is the copy activity. It will copy one table at a time from source to sink. Okay, so let's understand. Let's see that. So let's select for each. Okay, and we have to connect this with the success. Okay, we have 4 options here: on skip, on success, then on failure, and on completion. Okay, so on success of lookup activity, we are referring this to for each. Okay, table, for each table. So here in setting, it is asking for sequential. Okay, let's go for the sequential one by one. And we need to pass the parameters, or we need to pass this value to for each. So what we have to do, we have to click add dynamic content. Okay, so if you go to add dynamic content, you will see lookup SQL dot value. Why value? Because this is showing output. So whatever results we got here, that was output. And if you see here, this is my JSON that we have seen, or this is my JSON result that we have got from output. So output till here, it is output, then dot value. So we'll be referring to value here. Okay, so till value we are getting here. Okay, so this is value. Now inside this, if you see inside for each, we have to use a copy activity. So we can use the copy activity here, and now we have to click on copy activity to add the source. So what source we can also, we have to create a new data set as well as link service. Okay, so this is the data set I have to create. Same data set. If you search for SQL, so data set SQL on-prem, and then this is for copy activity. Okay, and again I'll create a new link service so that we don't get confused. Link service SQL copy on-prem. Okay, again we have to select the self-hosted integration runtime. If you do not understand what is self-hosted integration runtime, you can connect with me. I'll explain you that. Okay, so let's again see what is my data server name and what all the information of my server. So this is the database name. This is the server name. Database name is nothing but as a master. So if you see here, uh, data. If you go to database, if you go to system database, then I have the master one. I'm using this one only. Okay. Then username and as well as password. Okay. So then optional and this one. So let's wait for this one. It's connected. Okay. Again, we have to enter the table name manually. Okay. So I'll I'll not enter any table name here because we need a parameter to be added here. Click OK. Now, if you open this data set, you will be here. Okay. In this one, you need to add a parameter inside your data set. Okay. So this is the parameter because I'm going to enter the table name manually, but before I enter any table or before I get any parameter here, I have to create a parameter here. So this is table name. Don't get confused with this table name that is coming from source. That is table underscore name. But the one that we are creating the parameter here, that is a different parameter. This is a user defined, so you can give any name of your choice. Okay, you can give table name or you can give any or name table. Okay, so you don't get confused. Now, since schema name is constant here, if you see whatever we have given schema name as table schema is equal to org. So we don't have to pass this as parameters because it will remain same for all. And if you also see here as a result, so it's a org for all, right? Yeah. So will keep it static. And this one, the table name, that will come from here. Okay, this table name will come from here as a parameter. So we have to click in this field and then click add dynamic content and then click table name here. Okay, so automatically in this parameter, automatically data set that parameter table name is coming from this parameter. Okay, once you once it is done, go back to your pipeline. Okay, click on your copy activity. Click on copy activity. So when you click on copy activity, you will see a parameter, the name table that we have passed here, this one, whatever parameter you have created here, that will also be visible under your source data set as parameter. So what we have to do, whatever value we are getting from for each, we have to pass to this parameter so that this parameter can pass to your source. Okay, this is your source. So what value is coming from top? So what is the value that is coming from top? So let's see what is that value. So if you click till here, till value we have already passed. So next thing that we have to pass is table underscore name. Okay. So just click on this copy activity and then click on this add dynamic content. So for each dot table, or you can also copy this one, table name. Okay. Let's validate it. So it's asking for the sync. Okay. Yeah. Source we have already added. So sync, what we will do, we will use any of the uh, existing data set so that we don't have to create any data set for this one. So we will write this data into my AD less than 2, okay, in CSV format. So let it be. Let's go back to our actual pipeline and now validate this one. If you want, you can also publish these changes. Whatever changes that you have made, it will be published and it will be permanent. So you can publish these changes. And now let's run this pipeline. It might take some time. Yeah. So lookup activity got succeeded. Okay. After that, sequentially, it is running copy one. Then once the copy one is complete, it will run copy two and so on till copy four. So every time it's copying one table into from SQL Server to our ADLS Zen 2. So if you see here, what it has done, it has copied this one to ADLS Zen 2. Okay. This is the number of records in this table. This is the number of records it had copied. Okay, so same goes for all the tables one by one. See, three copy is already done. Oh, two copy, two tables are copied. Now it's running third one and last one.